Hello and welcome to our virtual Desert Island Discs, which this year we're holding in the Maltings in Wells. As you know, we usually have a Desert Island Disc performed live for you in St Nicholas's Church. And I've been looking forward to this day because I was nominated by Joan Price to take over from her. It's going to be a fantastic time because we have the Carnival chairman with us today, Patrick Weston, who is going to go through 6 discs with us and the information in between, which we're going to find fascinating, I'm sure. So here we go. My name is Jill Catmull and I'm really looking forward to interviewing Patrick for you. Thank you. So hello Patrick, and very nice of you to agree to do Desert Island Discs for us.
It's an honour to be asked. All these years I've been waiting to be asked, but everybody asked in Wales and leaving me out, so finally I'm here.
Well, I'm sure we're going to have a fantastic time listening to what you've got to say. Now, we're going to start with your childhood, and you had a very, very happy childhood with your mum and your dad and your 2 sisters, of course.
Yes, I was very lucky. I had a great time. I was born in the Avenue in Wells, Norfolk Avenue, number 20. I was born in the bedroom, so I really am a Wells boy through and through. I've moved a few places in Wells, but most of my time has been spent at number 20. And then I met my far better half, Alison, and we moved into number 3 Norfolk Avenue. So I spent quite a lot of time there. Yes, I have 2 children, Becky and Sam, and they both have 2 children. Becky has Oliver and Charlie, and Sam has Bella and Archie.
Lovely. And I've noticed that you'd said that your parents used to very often have the radio on a Sunday morning, and you'd be playing with your lorries, and you were really interested in lorries.
Yes, my early life was very much, I fell in love with the lorries, made sort of string going around the carpets and things for roads, and done all that, and got all the, and luckily my parents bought me quite a lot of little toy lorries, the matchbox lorries, and had great fun playing that. And like I say, most of my time I can remember, Dad was a lorry driver, so there was the love of lorries, and he still loves them now. And then just enjoying the time with Mum. Mum would be doing the cooking on a Sunday morning. They're very much a traditional family life.
Yes.
I had a great time and very lucky. I had 2 lovely sisters, so very much had sort of hand-me-down clothes and things, everything else. So the first day at school was a problem, but apart from that, I was very lucky.
Can you tell us about your first day at school, very briefly?
First day at school, not really now, because I was only about 4 then. It's quite a long time to remember, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, you've chosen for the first song Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire. So why is that so appropriate? Is that something that you heard regularly on the radio?
Again, just the memories of being in a younger life, and many songs from that time. Dad was very much into country and western, and also Black Sabbath, so a major different mix. And some of my friends would come round and play guitars with Dad. So yes, many memories of those times. Friends come round to see me, to see my dad, so it was great fun to do that. And 2 lovely sisters. The only thing is, with hand-me-downs of clothes, first day at school was a problem. I was laughed at, but I got over that, and now here I am now. But yes, it was a very nice life.
So off we go into our first song, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash.
Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
It's a great choice for number 2. Your disc is Romeo and Juliet by Dire Straits.
Yes, that played a big part again, driving the lorries. That's when it first came out. And off the album, Sultans of Swing, I always played their albums, as other many things, and always have done, enjoyed driving with cars and things. Had a fantastic Cortina 2-litre S.
Wow.
Well said. Yeah, so very pleased to have that. So yes, Romeo and Juliet played a massive part of my driving life and my early working life, yes.
Yeah, and tell us about, you went to see Mark Knopfler play recently, I think it was.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago. Always wanted to see Dire Straits, see many concerts. Bruce Springsteen, Rolling Stones, another big one of my U2. Massive people I've seen in concerts, but always wanted to see Dire Straits. They sadly broke up. And then Mark Knopfler was touring on his own and played Romeo and Juliet at Nottingham. Me and Alison, my far better half, went there, had a great time, great day, and one of my biggest memories of concerts. You know, very lucky.
Juliet says, "Hey, it's Romeo. You nearly give me a heart attack." He's underneath the window, she's singing, "Eli, my boyfriend's back. You shouldn't come around here singing up at people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet, and you exploded into my heart, and I forget the movie song. When you gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong, Juliet." Come up on different streets, they both were streets of shame.
So, moving on. Obviously you're invited here as the Carnival Chairman, Patrick, so you've achieved a lot already. And I'd like you to tell us more about the Carnival and what you're involved in and what's happened in the past.
Always was involved in Carnival as an outsider when I was younger with family and friends, joining the parade and doing things. Always looking forward to the first week of August. And then as my children got a little bit older, Becky, my daughter, joined Beavers, and they were struggling to raise money. And I was then half playing pitch and putt and golf games. So I had this idea of designing this golf game. People can putt through the holes and try and get a higher score. And we raised quite a lot of money from that. And Shirley came along and just said, "Did you want to join the committee and try and have that game in next year's committee?" You know, I was trying to get younger people and more different people involved. Right. So it came from that. So I joined the committee probably about 22 years ago when I was 34. And that's wrong, isn't it? I'm far older than that. Yes, so I joined the committee, and from then on, and then very luckily now I've been chairman for a few years. It's all moved on very much. When I first joined, it was very much a one music night on the Saturday and a few things throughout the week. But myself, Shirley, Fran, Carol, and so many members have joined since, have then added it on and taken on to where it is now a big monster. And we're so lucky. We have won many awards recently. Fantastic. Our best award won 2 years ago. We were voted the best family event in Norfolk and Suffolk.
Marvellous.
By the local tourism people. So yeah, to win that against the big boys was just a fantastic thing for the small committee and the small carnival that is, but it's a massive thing, but also for the town of Wells, you know, to win that and just stand alone. It was a fantastic achievement to meet all the big boys. So yes, I've always loved Carnival and having great fun, meeting new friends, and the family and friends. Alison and her sisters and things have all got involved, and children have got involved. Now the grandchildren get involved. So yes, it's just fantastic. I'm very lucky to have that in Wells and very pleased to have moved it on with other people to where it is now.
And you talk about all those highlights, which are brilliant, but there must have been a few things that have gone wrong in the past. Would you like to tell us?
No. No, there's been a couple that have gone wrong. One was when we were playing a live music set probably 3 years ago, and someone noticed the security lights around the trees on the Butlins, half were on, half weren't, and someone said, "Just pop the electric box, Pat, and just put the switch up."
Oh.
No problem at all. I thought no problem. Went there, saw the switch, saw the plug. Well, they'll join happily. Pushed them together, piff, paff, poff. Everything went blank.
Oh.
Luckily, it was just at the interval, so I made a mad rush across to the PA guys, and Sean, white face, no more blood in there, all drained away,
Yeah.
was completely worried. But luckily, pure luck, the computers didn't completely download. They go off. He managed to reboot them. And by the start of the second half, we managed, and no one knew. Until this day, no one knew. Another one was when, probably 10 years ago, we had the fake day on the playing fields. And I was booking, before internet and all this social media now, I was booking two guys to come down and PA all the day. Right. One was called Moonlight Roadshow, one was called Starlight Roadshow, both called Steve. Oh. So in the winter months, I booked these two people up, not realising I was talking to different people. So on the morning, Steve 1 turned up. I said, park over there. Steve 2 called me to say, I'm now on the bypass, Pat, I'll see you in half an hour.
Oh my goodness.
So we didn't have 2 PA guys, had to pay off 1, luckily only half the price. So again, that was a thing. We also had a, it was, what do you call it, a climbing wall. And they turned up on Carnival Day, set up in the middle, and part of the agreement was we paid them money for them to be there, and then we charged children to go there on the ride. We make more money that way from paying them and getting more money back in from the children. Went to see them about 7:30 in the evening, see they were setting down, and then about to head off. How'd it all go? We noticed you were very busy all day. Yeah, we had a great day, fantastic. Quite a few of the rides around us were very quiet, but we were really, really busy. Can't understand it. How much did you charge them? Nothing.
Oh. No
what do you mean nothing? Yeah, we said similar. What do you mean nothing? And they thought someone was going to be there to take the money, or they thought part of the entrance fee, there's no entrance fee, was to get a free ride. So the climbing wall was very, very popular that week. Now we know, that day, sorry. Now we know why. But yes, one of those things, the committee being very, very busy on the day, missed some of these little things, but having said that, it's been a fantastic carnival. I've been so proud and so pleased to be involved.
Good.
Very lucky.
And let's have a listen then to your next selection choice, which is going to be One Day Like This by Elbow.
Yes, that plays a big part on us. For me, again, I have mentioned Shirley a couple of times, but Shirley's been a great partner in the carnival. That's one of those songs where you just sit back on Carnival Day, and how it all says just one day like this, it does sum up the whole thing. It is just that one day, Carnival Day, it's just fantastic, magical, and means so much to so many people.
Let's have a listen.
We're very, very lucky. Before we go, let's join in with the Elvis.
Going back to your working life then, Patrick, you've been such a busy man. I don't know how you fitted all this in, but there's other things that you've also done as well, aren't there?
Yes, would you believe, Jill, I was a florist.
No. Me
neither. I walked into the Eagle Florist about 10 years ago to buy some flowers and come away with a flower shop.
Wow.
I thought, ideal diversion for a builder. So yes, for a few years there I ran that, and luckily Alison, my now far better half mother, Jill, she helped me, and also Shirley's daughter Annie and my daughter Becky played a very big part in that flower shop. But we decided with different things, other shops were selling flowers, and we realised that some of my little bouquets, yeah, leave it there, weren't the best. So no, I sold that off, and from there, me and a good friend of mine called Chris Walsingham, we started the Blue Skies campsite.
Wow, and that's a big concern now, isn't it?
It's a very big concern. Something I'm my biggest, proudest thing in work life. The building and painting and the transport went very well, but very proud of that. To say I'm a non-camper completely. Me and Alison, we camped in her horse field down near Pinewoods. And Pinewoods, for many reasons, decided to not have any more camping, just keep with the motorhomes. So we inquired with Holcomb, who are a very big supporter of us. and shopped around, looked around trying to find a field, offered us a few fields, couldn't get planning permission, and then luckily we'd have it a campsite was called the Ranch campsite up in on the Stiffkey Road. The guy handed his licence in and we grabbed it and took it over and moved it on to now. It's a 38 pitch camping, caravan and tenting site, and very, very proud of that. It's a lot of hard work, but you get a lot of comeback from that, a lot of good feelings both ways. Chris done a great job, Becky, my daughter, Sam and Ali have all joined in, helped us, and it has moved on to be, you know, very well liked and very, very appreciated. It has struggled this year because of the COVID-19, so a little bit less, but it has gone fantastic. And the name Blue Skies came from my little grandson, Oliver. Going back, I had a van then, and Oliver would come with me in the van. Mr. Blue Skies would be on the radio, and he would sing along to that. And virtually, apart from Mum and Dad, that was probably his first words was Blue Skies.
Lovely.
And when he first walked down the track to the campsite, when he first noticed it was very much overgrown, he walked down there and he was singing it. Hence the reason we called it Blue Skies.
Marvellous. And that leads us nicely into your fourth choice, which is Mr. Blue Skies by ELO.
See how the sun shines brightly in the city, on the streets where once was Betty. Mr. Blue Skies are living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong?
So Patrick, you're such a busy man. How do you find time to fit all this in? And do you have any time for hobbies and interests at all?
I do, yes. I was a harbour commissioner for some time. Really enjoyed that. Obviously in the Quay of Wells. So yeah, great times and learning out more things about the harbour and the fantastic changes was going through and is going through, which need to happen. I have two dogs. Ted and Murphy, you may have seen them on the Carnival videos. Alison has 3 horses that I avoid completely. They avoid me, I avoid them. I've got 4 sheep that were supposed to give me to get away from work and save on the stress, but cause me more stress because the sheep will get anywhere through the smallest hole. It can't reverse, same as females. And so they're that. I've got, what else have I got? I've got, yes, and again, I've just moved to Potter's Farm. The idea is to get another campsite there to go along with Blue Sky. Haven't got it yet because the man in the planning department is saying no, but we will get that in the end. So again, lovely living there. It's in Whiten, so I have just moved out of Wells, but it's still NR23, so I'm still in Wells. Haven't left Wells yet. So as I always said, so yes, really enjoying there. So spending many time on getting this farm up and running, to have a campsite and also a farmer's market. So, the idea is the small Wells to Walsingham train goes past my corner.
Right.
There's a very good chance, if it all goes well, you can get on the train in Wells, come to the farmer's market, have a wander around the campsite and the farmer's market, go back on the train, which is fantastic, and enjoy your day and do that. And also a campsite there is the idea. So yeah, I have many, many hobbies and very, very lucky, and also just love Wells.
You're really interested in films, black and white films as well, aren't you? You've got quite a few heroes, I see.
My biggest heroes in comedy are Laurel and Hardy, just fantastic. Just still to this day, no one's beaten them. Morecambe and Wide, very good. 2 Ronnies. My biggest film hero is John Wayne. He's done, again, that's gone back to my childhood again. Mum and Dad loved all the John Wayne films. So again, very lucky to have fantastic films. I also love going to concerts. I've been very, very lucky. ELO, Rod Stewart, Rolling Stones, U2, Bruce Springsteen. There's so many lucky bands I've seen, but also enjoy the music nights in Carnival Week. That's just been fantastic to actually stand on the stage and be involved in that and see 4,000 people on the Butlins having a fantastic time, taking memories from with them, singing, dancing, and again, just a great place and a very, very, very lucky.
And this leads us to our next choice, which is Maggie May by Rod Stewart. And can you tell us why you've selected that? It seems to be an anthem for your life, really.
Very much is. Maggie May. Rod Stewart was the first person I saw in concert in Wembley with ELO and Status Quo. A great day with my sister Jane. And so again, fantastic going down there and seeing, and memories from that day are still here, probably 35 years ago. So a great time with that. When my daughter Couldn't sleep. I used to sing Maggie May. I thought I was sing Maggie May to her. She cried more, but it helped in the end. And again, I've got a boat that is now it's called Maggie May. So again, any spare time me and Alison have, we go down to the boat and putt around the harbour. And very, very lucky.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. I know I keep you amused, but I feel I'm being used. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from home just to save you from being alone. You stole my heart, and that's what really hurts. The morning sun, when it's in your face, really shows your age. But that don't worry me none. In my eyes, you're everything. I laughed at all
So you don't take holidays, Patrick, and do you ever get a chance to leave Wales?
I don't get too many chances, Jill, but the big chance I took last year was finally went to Anfield to see my big love.
Wow.
My
Ooh.
big love, Liverpool Football Club. Yes, I've been supporting them since I was 1974.
Gosh.
They beat Newcastle. Friends around me in the Norfield Crescent supported Norwich, and me and the boys who lived in Norfolk Avenue decided after they won the FA Cup was to support Liverpool. And from then, I've watched many, many European nights, some good, some bad. And yes, cried at some game where they won or lost, and the biggest night where we won a game in Istanbul, where we won the fourth, I think, European Cup for ourselves, and saw it with my son in the house I lived in State Street, and ran down to the Fleet to see the second half. They were losing 3-0, came back 3-3 at the end of extra time, and won
Wow.
on penalties. And yes, so I've been fantastic and very lucky that a good friend of me and my friend John went to see him at Anfield last year, and fantastic. Now they've won the Premiership finally after 30 years. So yeah, that's my biggest love. Read the papers, watch football, hear about them, read about them, everything. Yeah, just completely new connection. It's really strange of the emotion I have for the Liverpool Football Club. But yes, just fantastic.
Did you say about when you were a child about how that developed your love for Liverpool?
No, it just grew and grew from friends and other people, and again enjoying the the fun and the joke with friends who are Man U fans, Norwich fans, even though they've gone down again. So yes, so again just enjoying the fun, the banter with people and builders and friends and everything else about it. So I've been very lucky, finally saw them, Kenny Dalglish and Stephen Gerrard and people. You know, I wish I'd have tried a bit harder. I almost made it to football.
Sorry.
I don't feel very sorry. But yes, so I just love that. And also the next big love is my car. I've got very luckily got a Triumph Stag, which is in a bit of a sad condition at the moment. I shan't say why, but ask Alison. But yes, it's going to be redone and then back on the road. So yeah, big love of cars and football. So yeah, very, very lucky. I had a great life and a very lucky boy.
Fantastic. So that leads us into our last selection, and a fantastic choice, which is going to be Never Walk Alone by Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jill.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.